Well, g'day, and welcome to the next instalment of the Apprentice Toolbox. And one of the things you need to know about me is I like a bargain, and I particularly like a bargain for something that is useful. And another thing you need to know about me is I like books. I like reading, I like learning, and when I can get bargain books, those two things together, I really enjoy. Now, one other thing, I was going to get Luke, who's filming all this, just to turn the camera around for a minute. I hadn't warned him about this, but I just want to show you. Here we go. Along here, these are my physical books, and there's another bookshelf over there, and I like my books. Some of them have been really important to me. This is actually, I've got a kind of a system of how I organise my books. This is my, obviously the Bibles, but this shelf is kind of a lot of the books that have had a really big impact on me. There's some sort of old classics over there, and then there's a bit of a hodgepodge, sort of personal growth, businessy kind of ones over there. One of the things that hit me when I hit the ground in Canada 5 years ago, or actually before I hit the ground in Canada, is a book like this, which is a very helpful book about thinking about mission and stuff, is really hard to take in a suitcase. And particularly this many books is really quite difficult to take in suitcases. They don't travel well. Books don't. And one of the really big challenges I had when I was in Canada was, as I sat in my office in Canada, I knew all my books were sitting on bookshelves back in Australia. And I became more and more committed to e-books, because e-books travel with you. Wherever you are, they're available, and they're available on your phone. And what I mean by e-books is there's a few different systems for e-books, but you can there's Kobo and other things, but I primarily got stuck with Kindle, and that's the Amazon version of ebooks. And so I've got the Kindle app on my phone, I have the Kindle app on my iPad, and there are some real benefits. I actually have a physical Kindle, but it's beside my bed where it normally stays, because late at night that's how I drift off to sleep, reading a Kindle ebook. And there are some real benefits of the Kindle. What it means is when I'm doing work here, I also have the Kindle app on my computer, and whatever book, if I'm doing some writing, I can search in the book, and then I can copy and paste from the book into whatever I'm writing. I can copy and paste quotes, and on the actual Kindle that I purchased from Amazon, I can search for a phrase or a Bible reference or an idea in every one of my books. And I got a few. I've got quite a few, actually. I reckon there's probably about 100 of them that I probably paid full price for. But I've got close to 1,000 books. So how did I get 900 books not full price? Well, I searched around a bit for cheap books, but there is an email that I discovered when I was early on in my days in Canada, and it's been really helpful. It's called Gospel eBooks. So that's the Kindle app on my computer there. Gospel eBooks is an email I get every day, and in that email, different publishers put different books on sale. And when they have sales on Kindle, it's a little different than having sales with physical books, because they don't actually have to pay for the publishing expenses. So they will often put Kindle books on sale very cheaply. And so, for instance, David C. Cook, the publishers, have today these books, some on sale. Now, it's all in US dollars, which is a little less helpful, for $2.99, some on sale for 99 cents. This is a book called Many Infallible Proofs. I don't think it's something I'm going to be that interested in. I don't know any of these authors, but it's on sale for $2.99. There's also, my wife, Leanne, enjoys the odd novel, and they'll often have sort of Christian novels, and they're on sale too. That's what this is, with My Heart's in the Lowlands. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Devotions for the Hungry Heart, that's on sale for $5. Often though, you'll hit a book like this. This is a novel, and it's on sale for the remarkable price of $0. It's free. Often in each email there'll be one book that is free. Now, you then have this dilemma. I actually wrote, as I was coming back to Australia, I wrote to the people that do this email and said, can you put the Australian Kindle ebook store on there? Because you'll notice that in each book there is, let's click on this one here. So that takes me over to here. So this is, and see, you'll see these, you've got a mixture of Bible commentaries and books. And you can click buy from Amazon.com, or you can click on a Canadian flag, a British flag, an Italian flag, or a German flag. You can't press on an Australian flag. That annoys me. But about half the time, the books that are on sale in the States or anywhere else are also on sale in Australia. So it's a little hit or miss. When I wrote to them, them generally, and I got an email back from Jeremy Gardner, and I'll read to you what Jeremy Gardner said. He said, "I'm sorry, but no plans to link the Australian locals to the Australian local store due to a lack of demand." I disagree with him, but it's okay. He says, most people worldwide choose to forego using their local store for Kindle books and just use Amazon.com, as I do personally, even though I'm in Canada. I feel that's a little dodgy, when you basically lying about where you're living, and so I haven't done that. And in Australia, we used to use the Amazon.com for Kindle, but so I have adjusted to the Australian store, and I'm finding in about half the cases the books are still on sale, and it's still a bargain. But for me, my Kindle has become one of my primary resources, and you'll see, I'm not exactly sure how many books I have. I think it is about 1,000. And I have, I think, almost every N.T. Wright book, Eugene Peterson, there's Bonhoeffer, there's a whole bunch of them. I don't tend to love the novels and things, but like at the moment I'm doing a fair bit of research about sex, because we'll be talking about sex and sexuality later on in the year, and I'll be doing a sermon series about that. And I've just downloaded a book called Divine Sex. I've got another book there, God Loves Sex. They're actually pretty helpful theological books. They're not, dodgy books, but there's all kinds of books available on Kindle. But for me, it really is a resource that has resourced me. So when I'm preaching, I have usually spent time looking up how different people think about it. I've got Bible commentaries, all kinds of things, and so you'll see there at the moment I'm talking about money, and there's an Andy Stanley book I've found helpful. There's a book about Beyond the Offering Plate. There's The Divine Commodity by Skye Jethani. There's quite a few really good books. Oh look, there's a book, The 6 Radical Decisions by Matt Garvin. That's well worth a read too. Can I encourage you? Get onto this. If you're someone who likes to read, if you're someone that likes to bargain, Gospel eBooks is the name of the website. GospelEbooks.net is the web address, and you can sign up. Won't cost you anything, and it's kind of fun. Each day you get a range of books to look at. Some of them are worth the $1 or $2 it'll cost you. Sometimes though you'll get some really good books for free, and that's my favourite price. So there you go, GospelEbooks.net. And the beauty of a good ebook is that it goes with you wherever you go. Wherever you got your phone, wherever you've got a tablet or a device or your computer, you can access your ebooks, and you don't have to leave them at home on your shelf when you go over to a place like Canada or anywhere else. So well worth it, well worth checking out. And yeah, look, there's something nice about holding a book, but I do increasingly find for research and that kind of thing, ebooks are a very helpful way to go. So gospelebooks.net, that's what we're looking at this week for the Apprentice Toolbox.